How excited are you guys? Can I stay here? This is going to be amazing. And it looks like a story about a buffalo and a goat. Looks very, very interesting. Okay, let's find out what happens. Can I stay here? For Dad, +1. Let's take the long way home. Oh, so sweet message. Okay, let's do this. Can I stay here? Gordon had lived in this field his whole life. Like his father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, he was very proud of his field. Guys, meet Gordon. He is Gordon and he is a buffalo who lives with his family, guys. He lives with his family in his field. Every day in the field was the same. The cockerel crowed, the sun rose, and the morning dew glistened in the soft light as the train chugged past, filled with logs from the forest. Guys, every day is the same for them. As you can see, they are enjoying in their fields, having fun. But, one day, Gordon and the other buffalo noticed something different. The cockerel crowed and the sun rose as usual, but there was something unusual about the train. As it came closer, they saw that there was a goat standing on top of the logs. Guys, well, there's something unusual happening as they can see. They're going about the day as usual, but then again they see a goat. Guys, they see a goat on the top of the logs. Well, it is very unusual. There was a pause. The buffalo were stunned at this sight and quickly wandered over to see what was happening. As the train passed the field, and completely to the surprise of the buffalo, the goat leaped into the air and landed in the buffalo field. Guys, well, there's a new member, there's a new animal in the field, and the buffaloes are surprised. The buffaloes are surprised, guys. There was a huge pause. Who is that new fellow? Soon, all the buffaloes surrounded the small goat. Gordon said, "Who are you and what do you want?" The goat looked scared and nervous. She replied in a meek voice, "Hello, my name is Sophie. Can I stay here, please?" Oh, guys, meet Sophie. Meet Sophie. The buffalo stood and stared. They had never seen a goat before, and they turned their cheeks red and made loud noises to scare Sophie away. But she didn't move. Look at that, guys. They're being a bunch of bullies, and they are making some weird noises to scare Sophie away. But then again, Sophie's not moving. After some time, Gordon said, "I'm sorry, but this field is for buffalo only, and you're clearly not a buffalo. And besides, we don't have enough room." Sophie knew she wasn't welcome, so she turned away to leave. No, guys, well, the Gordon and the buffaloes are not very welcoming. So poor Sophie is turning away to leave. Suddenly, a brave young calf named Alex stepped forward, cleared his throat, and said, I have extra space under the tree where I sit. I can share it with her. Oh, guys, as you can see, guys, there's a brave little calf here, and he has shown some courage, and he's like, I have extra space under the tree, and I can share it with her. Sophie stopped and turned to look at Alex and the group. A small smile of hope appeared on her face. And look at that, Sophie is smiling, but at least there's someone nice. No! Many of the buffalo did not want Sophie to stay. They were worried they would not have enough food. I can share my grass with Sophie. Let her stay, said Alex. Fine, said Gordon. Sophie can stay for a while, but if anything bad happens, it's your fault. Oh no. Well, that's a big ultimatum from Mr. Gordon, guys. And look at that Alex. Look at Alex. He has Sophie's back. Guys, he has Sophie's back. And look at Sophie. She is smiling. Sophie and Alex spent all their time together. Alex showed her around her new home, the trees, the rivers, the barns, and the mountains. They were quickly becoming the best of friends. Guys, well, Sophie is becoming the best of friends with Alex, as you can see. They are roaming around, they're even swimming, and he is showing her around. He is including her in his group, in his family, in his home. Now, Sophie taught Alex many things too. She taught him how to climb trees, leap up high, do backflips, and grow a beard. They were learning so much from each other. Guys, look at that. She is showing Alex some pretty neat tricks. She's showing him how to climb trees. She's showing him how to do backflips. That's amazing. And she's even showing him how to have a goatee. Look at that. Ooh, that's a cool beard. That's a cool beard. One day, as Alex ate the leaves from up high, the buffalo wandered over. Hey, how did you get up there? And what's that thing on your chin? They asked. Sophie taught me to climb. And these leaves are delicious, and this is a beard. Do you like it? Do you think Sophie will teach us too? Asked Gordon. Suddenly, Sophie appeared and said, Of course, I'll teach you. Here, let me first show you how to climb trees. But before anyone could start, Alex spotted something terrible in the distance. Guys, okay, something's happening there, guys. Something's happening. As Sophie was about to demonstrate her skills, well, something terrible is happening in the distance. Somebody had left the gate open and Gordon's young daughter was sitting in the middle of the train tracks eating flowers. Oh no! And worst of all, the train was coming and it was not slowing down. The buffalo were helpless. Oh no, guys. As you can see, that's Gordon's young daughter, and she's in the middle of the train tracks, guys, and trains are approaching, and she is, well, it's not slowing down, and she is still there. Somebody has left the gate open. That's terrible. Let's see what happens. Sophie leaped into action, charging towards the young buffalo and knocking her clear of danger just in time. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that! Sophie to the rescue! She hurriedly jumped there, and look at that! She just cleared her of danger just in time. And the train's right there! That's so brave of her! She is so brave! The baby buffalo was safe. Alex was feeling proud, but when Sophie returned to the group, they were not happy at all. As you can see, guys, They were not happy at all. They have the frown look on their faces. And as you can see, Sophie is saving this baby buffalo. Gordon looked at Alex. I warned you about inviting her to stay. I have lived in this field all my life and never has the goat been left open. Sophie quickly tried to defend herself, but it was no use. All the buffalo had turned against her. I think you better go back to where you came from, said Gordon sternly. But I didn't do anything, said Sophie. Oh no, guys, he's shown bravery, but then again, it's of no use. Everybody's yelling at her. Gordon's yelling at her, and he has asked her to go. I think it's best that you go, said Alex. With tears in her eyes, Sophie wandered towards the waiting train. Oh my God, guys, Sophie is crying. She climbed aboard and with one last look over her shoulder was carried away into the distance. Guys, she boarded the carriage and now she's gone, guys. She's going away with tears in her eyes. That's so sad. There was a somber feeling amongst the herd. They missed Sophie, but they felt that they had done the right thing. The buffalo got back to the usual business, but as they did so, Gordon looked at his daughter in surprise. His daughter had something on one of her horns. It was the lock from the gate. She had opened the gate herself. Guys, look at it. As you can see, there's a lock in one of her horns. And it appears that she had opened the gate herself. It was not Sophie. Sophie was not to blame. Uh-oh. 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 The buffalo looked at each other in shock. Gordon and the others realized they'd made a terrible mistake. Sophie was not to blame. As soon as the next empty train rolled past, they all decided to jump on board and search for Sophie. They had to find her. Oh no, they made a big mistake, guys. They sent Sophie away. Now they have to find her. They have to find her. We are sorry, Sophie. We are sorry. Oh no. The train traveled for hours, rolling through rolling green hills, shadow-filled forest, snow-capped mountains, and ancient villages. But Sophie was nowhere to be seen. She was nowhere to be seen, guys. She's gone. She's gone. And they were shouting, "We are sorry, Sophie. We are sorry." Oh no. After many hours of travel, the train reached the end of the line and stopped somewhere that looked much different to the rest of the journey. The buffalo arrived in a place where all the trees had been cut down. Fires burned everywhere. The air was filled with smoke and the river ran black like oil. The buffalo were really worried about Sophie, guys. Oh no, as they boarded the train, they reached somewhere and it appears that it's all burnt down. The trees had been cut down. Fires burned everywhere. And it looks dark, guys. It looks dark and Sophie is missing. Sophie is missing. This is horrible. This is horrible. Suddenly, through the smoke, Gordon saw Sophie and some other animals huddled under an old tin roof. Gordon and the other buffalo walked over to Sophie. She slowly turned to look at them. Guys, now they found her. They found her and other animals huddled under an old tin roof. As you can see, they're all worried. And Gordon and the herd found them. Looking ashamed, Gordon said, I hope you can forgive us. We blamed you without giving you a chance to explain. We are sorry and we miss you. With that, he said, now, let's get you back home and bring your friends too. Oh, guys, well, look at that. He is very sorry. He is very sorry. Gordon is extremely sorry, and he has invited Sophie and her friends to live with them. And look at that. They are so happy, and they have onboarded the train together. They have onboarded the train together, and this is amazing. This is amazing, guys. Can I stay here? Of course you can. Look at that. Can I stay here? Teaches us, all of us, the power of equality, love, empathy, and understanding. As we learn that no matter who we are or where we are from, we all